Okay.
Hello.
What are you eating, and Wendy?
Oh, I'm having these blueberries. Yummy, yummy. From the Netherlands. It's berry time here. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. And a little bit a little bit nervous because I don't know if everything is okay.
Let's hope so.
Uh yeah, I'm gonna
So,
check.
are we on Instagram?
We are on YouTube.
Ah, and not on Instagram.
No.
Oh, we're only on YouTube. Oh, I don't know
Yes,
how to find
because
us on YouTube. Okay, hi people on YouTube. I hope people are on YouTube now. Okay, I know
okay.
that
Hi
you can see
everyone.
it.
Welcome. I'm
Yes.
gonna check if everything is okay. I'm gonna ask my husband.
Okay,
Uh,
great.
yeah, we need to wait a little bit. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How was your day, Wendy?
What's good? I worked a lot. Um, I woke up at 8, tried to do the bathroom, the laundry, the whole bathroom, the whole bathroom.
Oh,
Like what?
okay. Sorry, we have a green light. If everything is okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah. What else? I just went to the gym. Um, I'm sorry. I just went to the gymnasium hall, which is like artistic gymnastics. This is something else than the gym, as in fitness. So I just
Mhm.
learned that people say gym when they actually go to lift some weights. This is not where I'm
Yeah, yeah,
going.
yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. Those girls were having like one of those, one of those air, like this air blow up things that they use for kids,
Like a yeah, yeah, yeah.
But this one is like a special one from gymnastics. It's like super high. You can jump super high, super high. It's really cool. They love that. So it was the last one of the season. So yeah, that's what I did, and I tried to help my dad with putting up cabinets. But I also made grape juice, grape beet juice, and tried to keep my kids alive, especially the youngest. Like she wants to, you have to do the potty and the changing and the yeah, and all of that just kept me completely busy from 8 till now. So, yeah, 13 hours later, so here we are.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you for coming. Welcome everybody, everyone. So today I'd like to explore one simple question. What is the real key to long-term success? And I invited Wendy, and yeah, because Wendy has been living 80-10-10 lifestyle for 10 years already, yes. And she's also an organizer of Dutch Fruit Festival uh, for 7 years, yes?
Yes.
7 times you did that. So I think you should know the answer. How to thrive, how to survive, and how to stay consistent, how to do what you choose, how to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
Maybe
love
you know
that
the
topic.
question. Is that motivation or knowledge, or what do you think? Is it this discipline?
I think a little bit of all of those, but I think also the most important thing is something I learned a long time ago from Simon Simek, your why. I think it's the reason that you want to do this lifestyle. I never planned to do it. I also think I didn't start out as 80-10-10 because I didn't even know of its existence. So that was definitely not planning. And I never planned to become raw neither or stay like that. I never planned to
Mhm.
do it. I just did it. And it's the same as walking, actually. When you want to go from A to B, your B is your destination. And when you decide to go there walking, you walk. And then when
Yeah.
you're walking, you continue walking. So then people ask you, so okay, so what are you doing? I'm walking. Ah, but why aren't you running? That's because I'm walking, you see. So
Yeah.
it's too simple, actually, the answer. It's just something that you do. But what I noticed from other people, hi, they ask me also, like, how do you keep it up? Like, how can you keep it up? Like, aren't you distracted, or don't you want to eat
Mhm.
other food? And for me, like, especially in the beginning, like I was wanting to do this detox, which was basically 3 weeks of, well, not even 100% raw. Like, the middle week is juices and smoothies. So the middle week is raw. And the
Mhm.
first week you just build down from a cooked lifestyle, go
Mhm.
vegan basically for the first time. And the third week is like to build up again, still vegan, but you add cooked food again. And well, I didn't want to wait till January 1st with all the other ladies. So the other ladies, there were a couple that wanted to quit sugar, other just wanted to do some sort of reset. And yeah, I mean, I was really looking forward to this for over a year. When I thought, okay, learned a little bit about detox and what is it actually, and why would I do something
Oops.
like that. And that was because I was like having all this
Some.
inflammation and pain and stuff. And I just learned that, okay, so a detox is a period where in which you remove all the complicated to digest food. So all food that digest badly or more difficult gets removed from your diet, and then you basically go back to as simple as possible. And that's where the smoothies and the juices also come in, because like, less chewing, right? Like if you have a problem with anything like that. So, and also in this detox, you make sure that we had like a green powder and we had like a blue powder. It's like a berry powder with lots of different greens and like power foods to basically say to your kidneys and your liver, like, hey, come on, you have so much waste on the shelf there, and that's all stuck in your lymphatic system. We want to get it out. And liver and kidneys, you're going to have to work extra hard to
Yeah.
not just, remove the waste that's created during the day from exercise, breathing, just living, but by go
Yeah.
deeper and start to remove toxins that were stuck. So it
Mhm.
also requires you to move your body, because otherwise your lymph doesn't move. And that's all the liquid that is outside of the cells, right? So that's the lymph, that's
Mhm.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
interstitial fluid. So this liquid where your cells are in, basically in, has to move. So you gotta
Yeah.
move. Um, and then when it's moving, it has to, so let's say your liver has like two phases, right? So in the first phase, it does a whole bunch of stuff, like some chemical reactions. And if the second phase is not moving the same pace, actually you get more toxins in your body than you had before, because what it makes is actually
Mhm.
dangerous. So these are things like free radicals that people talk about, right? That people heard about, free radicals. So this is like stuff you immediately want to put in a chemical reaction and get it out of there.
Mhm.
So in this detox, we upgrade it, basically, try to push the kidneys and the liver to do a little bit more than that we were doing before. And you do that also by removing complex foods in order to give your digestion some rest. So no toxins in is also easier to, then you don't have to eliminate them to toxins out. So that was basically what I was doing. And I was breastfeeding, and everybody was like, no, no, you can't do that. Everything on internet says everywhere, like, no pregnancy. And I heard about it
Yeah.
before I got pregnant. And I had really issues in this pregnancy. Like I couldn't do anything. Like,
Mm.
yeah, I mean, I did some things that they told me not to, like walk the stairs, but I just felt that that was part of life, and I
Mm.
need to do that, even though it was like bad. Um, So I actually waited for this. So we were starting January 1st, and Christmas came, and I was like removing all this food from my life, like meat, and I was only eating fish twice a week at the end, and dairy. I didn't have dairy for like 3 years before, but occasionally in the pregnancy I did, because of like hunger. But I mean, this was not something that I would regularly consume. So here I was doing this detox. I just couldn't wait. So just after Christmas on the 25th, I kept, get myself to the cooked vegetables and said, no, no potatoes. I didn't eat for 3 years neither. So no potatoes anymore. And I got rid of the starches, and I wasn't eating legumes like the beans. Like I never ate those. And then the diet said first week, add like lentils and brown beans. And I was like, I cannot digest that. I've never been able to digest that my whole life. So basically, I ate the other things on the list and added more vegetables. So basically, I would just have cauliflower and broccoli and green beans.
Mhm.
Like I'm having beans, it's green. Yeah, that was so great that after like the third week, I was like, oh, these smoothies and stuff are actually quite good. I didn't, so I don't want to. I think I'm gonna do another one of the middle week, and then that week was finishing, and I was like, okay, so then I added vegetables and fruits, so because they were in the third week as well. And then on day 3 or 4, it's like eat rice and fish. And I was like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was
It's
having
too
this
heavy
herring.
after, yeah, it's too heavy after the
I don't
time
know.
with.
Like I was. Oh yeah, and it's full of soup. So in the first week
Oh.
was also pumpkin soup, and this was in December and January. So I had a lot of pumpkin soup, like a lot, and I barely cooked it because I just made it soft enough so I could puree it with the stick blender.
Mm.
And I had vegetable broth like a lot also in the year before. And so basically I was already on basically on vegetables and some
Mhm.
fruit. So I was not like 80-10-10 fruit based or anything. But like this third week, I was feeling so good. And I remember that I bought this herring, the raw fish, because I was really
Mhm.
believing like the highest vibration if you don't cook your food, and if you eat it as pure as possible, then it's the best. It has the highest vibration, has the highest amount of nutrients, the highest amount of living enzymes. The chemistry isn't altered by human interaction. So, and I remember like tasting it, and I was like, this fish, like this herring, I was like, it's so greasy. And I was just like, I'm not, wait a second. I'm
Yeah.
finally vegetarian.
Mm.
So after I don't mean I tried a lot of times to become vegetarian, but I always got problems. But at this moment I was on B12 supplement because of my midwife did the test and was super low. And this time I didn't have cravings for fish or meat or anything. And I was like, hey, I'm vegetarian. I did it. Okay, I need to figure out if I can live on fruits and vegetables only. So yeah, that's basically what I did. Oh, Anya, are you still there? I miss you. Oh my god, I miss you. I think we lost Anya.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. I lost you.
Yeah, something with the internet connection, but
Oh, if ours is still streaming, then it's cool.
yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
anyway, then I was like raw. And then I was like,
So it
okay.
just happened.
I
Yeah, it
happened.
just
And I mean, I wanted to eat raw because I was eating raw before, like super much raw because of
mm.
babies. The baby book I had says first you try your
Oh,
baby
I'm sorry
banana.
because I didn't have the connection when you started with this raw fish and the vibration. Could you repeat it because I'm not sure if
Okay, I spit it out.
sorry. Because it's interesting with this
I
raw
spit
fish.
out
Yeah.
the fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then I was like, wait, I'm vegetarian. I'm vegetarian for like 3 weeks. I did it. I don't have cravings. I'm not eating the shitty beans or fake burgers or mushrooms all the day because I can't digest that. And that was the reason I was failing on
Mm,
vegetarian before, because they tell you soy I cannot handle, legumes I cannot handle. I mean, cabbages, I really have problems with cabbage. If I eat too much any cabbage, even kale, I just feel bloated and we got pain. I got all these rheumatism symptoms. And
mm,
this happened from when I was like 12 or something. Like I was really young, um, just in the beginning of the secondary school. So yeah, yeah, I was like so happy that I was vegetarian. I was like, okay. My second thought, I was at the market, right? My second thought was, okay, can I live on fruit and vegetables only? Like, and I was like, we can do another week. Nobody's dying here. I mean, I was already dying before. Like, I had so many issues. What if this stuff actually works? Like, what if it actually works? Let's give it a try. So I just tried and tried and tried and tried. I just kept on eating a whole bunch of fruit and vegetables. I don't really remember what I cooked or didn't cook or anything. Like, I basically did smoothies and orange juice,
mm,
basically, and eat vegetables at night, salad and vegetables. And I didn't
okay.
make any raw dressings. I didn't eat nuts or seeds. So you can understand that I went into like a full detox in my body, but I didn't have any like negative symptoms. That first negative symptom came when I actually did find Dr. Robert Morse, or my son did, and he said, "Oh, fruit, berry, melon." And by this time, watermelons were coming. These gigantic ones. And he said, "This lady ate blue grapes for 52 days. And look, here's a picture of her lung tumor. And this is her lung tumor after 52 days. It shrunk." And I was like, hey, I'm sold. Like, if it works for that, it has to work for me. And I didn't like I mean, it was spring. There's no grapes now, but
Mm,
watermelon is my favorite. I was like, I love this. It's red too, and it has all the components of one of these of that berry supplement I just
mm,
told you in the beginning, with like resveratrol and like all this good stuff like dark
yeah.
berries and beetroot, because that helps with the blood circulation and oxygen and all of that. So I needed that. So um, I went to buy this watermelon, and at this time I didn't spoon it. I cut it, and then my partner, Keon's dad, it's like, "What's for dinner? Are you still doing that smoothie diet?" And I was like, "Yeah, maybe you can make something because I'm eating watermelon." And I remember his look, like, I will never forget his look. Like, right, okay, I will make something, like, who does that looking back? Like, this is insane looking back right now. But at that time, it felt so natural and so easy. And then I noticed that once I started to do the fruit, because that's when I started to do the fruit, I really noticed that this insulin resistance was getting worse, and I really had like problems with like shaking and stuff in
Mm,
the morning, and then sugar crashes. But that slowly got better, and after 4 weeks it was hardly existing, and after 6 weeks was completely gone. including all my other symptoms. And
Mm.
I can tell you that the day we ate the watermelon, and my son too, like Kian, my son at that time, I put him on the fruit diet, which I called the baby fruit diet. This is what I called it because babies learn to eat soft fruits first. Um, we slept through the night. If you haven't done that for 3.5 years, not even one time, because you wake up from pain, not my
Mm.
baby, but pain, then you're waking up and you're like, oh my God. I was like 8 o'clock. It was light. And I was like, wait, I'm not having that feeling that I need to go back to sleep. Like I want to sleep more. Like I'm tired. I'm what's going on? And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm gonna eat watermelon forever. Like, and I think such a big change and such a big experience that it was for me, that really wires your nervous system. It
Mhm.
really, it's such a big impact for me, the difference of where I was in the beginning of December and where I was in May was just black and white. It was just gigantic. And there's people that can't handle the high energy of the fruit. I don't know what the high energy is, but hey, now I feel normal again. Maybe high energy is my normal.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me it was never about holding on or staying raw longer. And I did. I mean, I tried some coffee from his father. That didn't go very well, but I liked the taste. I had a crisp here and there. Especially this first year, that like we still had our kitchen cabinet full of things like beans and rice and other pasta. And I had a bite here and there from Johan, but it it was not attracted to me to eat that as a meal at all, attractive at all. And yeah, so
Yeah.
if I can recommend somebody that wants to keep it up and doesn't have such a gigantic difference that I had in the first three months, basically, I really recommend rewiring your nervous system, like just retraining your brain. Um,
Mm.
Try to make it empty by meditation or any form of meditation, could be even sports or yoga or anything that empties your brain. And then just start to think about the delicious foods and fruits, start to think about the body that you want, how you want to feel, and do that twice a day. If you do that twice a day, you'll rewire yourself. So
Yeah, it's very
yeah,
important actually, yes, because your mind controlled everything, any process in your body. So
yeah,
if you
and
work with that, you can go through everything
yeah.
safely.
But it's not. People say so. It's a mindset thing. I said no. It's
Yeah.
not a mindset. You
Yeah,
say
but
yes,
it's
but
like everything because mind and nervous system, it's like the whole, yes, everything
yes, yeah.
connected with
Well,
the,
yeah, but it's not a mindset thing because if you set your
not
mind to it,
only,
you
yeah,
have to like retrain all the nerves, all the. You have to create new nerves.
yeah,
Basically, you have to grow new connections
yeah,
between one and the
connections,
other.
yeah,
Uh-oh,
yeah,
I hear
yeah.
some crying. I hear some crying.
Okay, but Wendy, many people start with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Start.
So I think what I did, what succeeded, what other people might help succeed is I found Dr. Robert Morse. He's like a natural doctor,
Oh,
that's what they call him, but basically he's a naturopath from he's in Florida. I listened to his voice and what he was saying, all 300 videos long. I turn it on when I woke up. I put it on my phone when I started biking or walking. I turn it back on the screen on the computer all the day. I'm taking care of my kid. I have him in the background. If I heard something that was familiar to me, like, oh, I have that symptom, or oh, that's like insulin resistance, I have ideas that maybe my symptoms are related to that. I took my pen, I wrote it down. You can use these herbs. I wrote it down. these herbs are for this and this in your body. I wrote it down. So what also helped, that I just finished my naturopath studies, and as well as like Western medical
Yeah.
studies. So a part of the naturopath is also standard Western um,
Mm-hmm.
um, health, so pathology, but and anatomy and pharmacology. And so every time he would say something that had to do with anything that I learned, like body parts or biochemistry, I would just immediately write it down, and I made myself a protocol like he recommended from that. And I figured out what was wrong or not functioning optimally in my body, and I was able to add those herbs, those foods, and see what the effect was on me. Besides the naturopathy that I already did and studied, I mean that helped too. But adding his knowledge to it, that helped enormously. And I really heard also that he said, like, if you really want to heal, you want to go deep, you got to do a
Mm-hmm.
juice fast, like grape juice, right? And yeah, I mean, I was I was like, I want to do that. I mean, I think I need to do that. And I'm not saying this because I don't want to recommend anybody to just jump into it, but I listened to him. And you can imagine, if you do that for 12 hours a day, about 8 months in a row, you just basically retrain your brain, because you start to think like he's thinking. You hear the voice in your head when he's not on, and you start to make new connections between what's
Yeah.
happening to you, what you're eating, and what you've learned. So this is really retraining your brain. And I only realized this looking backwards, that I just basically retrained. I There was not a doubt in my mind that what I was doing was the right thing. And I only met Dr. Douglas Graham as his expertise as chiropractic at the UK Fruit Fest at that time, in 2017. So I never heard of him. I never saw anything, no book, nothing. So only in 2017, or
Mm.
was it 18? Could even be 18. Yeah, or 17. No, 17. Summer of 17. So I was a year and a half on Raw, and I was like just out of naturopathy school, listening to like all these courses from Dr. Robert Morse. I mean, I was like, I'm not going to any lectures. Like, I went some. It was like really boring. Like, oh man, I listen to this stuff all the day. I'm here for the people. I want to meet all these other raw vegan weirdos that are like me. Like, where are you? Oh my god, you're all raw vegans. Oh my god, hello, I'm Wendy. And I was just so happy to be there and so enthusiastic to meet everybody. And I was just, yeah, it was such a gift. That first festival, and the ones after. And yeah, it was just really amazing. And I got to meet other people that were on YouTube, like Christina from Fully Rock with Tina,
Mhm.
Melissa from Lisa and Nate from Raw Food Romance, Louise Koch, that they all like. And after they all, agreed to come to my festival. And I met um, Jesse and Rennie um, Boganovic, I think you have to pronounce it. They're in Croatia. And I
Oh,
met them. And then I met Bobby, what's his name, from Mastering Diabetes. He does everything on Raw. And yeah, and Osborne. And she wrote this really cool book called Fruitarianism or something like that, like a really cool book. And these are all like long term. And then I met Doug Graham and all this and his family. And so then my world expanded, and I went into other things. And that's when I started also reading the book 80-10-10. And I was like, oh, that's pretty much the same. Except they're like
yeah.
recipes. But I didn't do recipes from other people. I just tried to, from, I think from after the first 3 years, I started to really work with recipes. And that's when I try to use all my knowledge as cook chef before, to mimic the same taste raw. Yeah, that was, I love that. I love that. So here, when I'm telling my story, I hope you can hear it, Anya, and everybody watching, that the success formula is basic. Set your goal, find out your why, retrain your
Mhm.
brain and your nervous system, like every single day, the whole day. Go to events, go to a fruit festival, meet other raw vegans, get your social circle, and just expand your knowledge. Read and listen to other people, different people, so that you can make your own choices based on a solid foundation. So I think those are the keys to success. And by accident, I did them all.
Yeah, but the role of the
Yeah.
community, how do you think? Um, how
I
big
I was quite
is it?
I was really confident and I was okay. But once I found out that there were others, I was just through the roof, so happy. I was just, so yeah, it's just amazing. And I think that it really helps. And it really helped me on my second pregnancy, which I thought would never happen due to everything that happened with the first one. I thought my body would, stay bad. So the moment that I got pregnant by accident, sort of, the second time, like Elena's now 2, she just turned 2. I was very happy to have met the people I just mentioned, but also Raphael Resch from the Austrian Fruit Festival. These people played such a big role in my life during that time. I was not living anywhere. I did have some friends from Spain, but which I wasn't seeing. With none of them were raw. My best friends here in the Netherlands, I wouldn't see so often, and they're not raw. Flying, but not raw. So I was really, and I met some other people at Fruit Fest, like really herborist, like local herborist here.
Mhm.
She gives walks and talks at Dutch Fruit Festival as well. Lieve is her name, from Belgium. I was just like calling her, like, hey, I never went so deep in all these Dr. Morse and other herbs about pregnancy, really. Like, what is the concentration or amounts that you can have? Like, is there something special? And luckily, all these warnings are for that one or two herb or spice that are really bad for you, and all these other ones,
Mhm.
they're perfect for you. So I was really happy to have it. I think that if you're going through a tough time with raw food and you want to stay raw, I think the social aspect is essential. You won't make
Yeah,
it.
and also, as you said before, about this rewiring your system, because every time when we want to gain new habits, it's better for us to stay with the people who already have these habits, or they're also on the journey, yes, the same journey as we are.
Yeah,
Mm, because staying with the people who has habits that we don't want them anymore, will be difficult, yeah, to change anything. And actually, Dr. Robert Morse was with you, like his voice was with you, so
his
you
voice was
were
with
the.
me. Yeah, his
I
voice was with
remember
me.
because his voice was also always with me, also at the beginning of my journey. So I had his voice in my head. So voices.
Voices of these people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me just get
it's
some.
very important to stick to somebody, yeah? To have this, I don't know, one or two people, yeah, to feel not alone. It makes easier to follow your
Yeah,
path.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're a creator of Dutch Fruit Festival for last 7 years, and
Mm-hmm.
you're bringing up together the community of people from the whole of the world. Yes, so this is amazing, that people can connect here in Europe, of course. Yeah, I can imagine um, how motivated and how much power you have to do that for these years. Yeah, and can you share how where when you find the this motivation every year to gather all these people to organize it, because it's a lot of work. Now I can see because I'm preparing my own event.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a lot of work, and you're doing it with the kids, the small one especially, and it's a hard work.
yeah.
Can you share a little bit?
Well, I must be honest. When you have a great festival, it's very easy to feel successful about the next one. If you have some troubles, then it's a little bit harder to find the motivation for the next one. But you know what it is? Every single year, the people that came are so happy. There are always a few that tell me, wow, this really changed my life. This is what made me stay
Mhm,
raw. This is what I needed. This is what I've been looking for. It's a dream come true. And these are just quotes. And I got these things on video in my phone, not to remind me, but sometimes I'm looking for something interesting to post online. And then I see these people saying that. And I know they don't share that a lot on the internet, but they are the voices that come through my phone. And I think, oh my gosh, yeah. For them is so important and it really makes a difference in their life, and
mm,
it did make a difference. My first festival, gigantic difference in my life, and that is just, I feel we need those events. So for me, the reason for starting was that we need something like that on the mainland Europe. Like, oh my gosh, I have to go to England. It's not that far, but still, you have to cross the boat and all of that. And there's so many more people in Europe. Like, you should have some more. We
yeah,
should have some for people from Belgium and Germany and France. And I didn't know about Austria or Denmark at the time. I mean, that somehow the marketing never reached me. Um,
mm,
I don't even know if they were doing that in 2019 or 20. By the way, I didn't even know if that they were doing that at the time. But I really felt that that was what we needed, and I kind of hesitated to start it because I
mm,
was like, yeah, that's a lot of work. I mean, I can do it, but I'm not doing that alone. Like that needs a team. And yeah, I met some other Dutch people going to UK Fruit Fest. Second time I went, and there were like three or something on that boat that said to me, "Oh, I want to do it." I said, "Well, if you really want to do it, I'll be with you because yeah." And he said,
mhm,
I really want, but don't know how." I was like, "I know how. It's just a lot of work. So if you want to do it, I'm in." And then we were with six people or something. And well, to be honest, before the summer was over, there was only one left that was supporting me.
oh,
So, and I never wanted to be the one that organizes it. I thought always that, I'm going to do that with these people. There was one left. And yeah, she was my buddy and she supported me, and that was good. Unfortunately, she died around
mm,
Christmas the same year. And then I really had my doubts, and I really was thinking about not doing it. And I had this really important meeting with this lady that has a charity venue, and that was a really tough talk because I didn't know, I had no idea if I was connecting with her or not, because the one buddy that was supporting me, just like, she just died, and she was like 27. She just died from the flu, and I was like, now what? It makes you doubt,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
But I know that she had autoimmune disease and was really ill, but nobody expected her to die, right? So that was really hard to then say I am going to do it, because I was also rebuilding a truck with my partner into trying to go live in this truck and renting out our house, and we were giving away all our stuff. So this was like a really scary time. Like, I'm planning to be homeless. I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't even know if I have internet. So I don't know how to organize it. And then all these people quit, like, oh my God, it's all on me. And then, okay, at least I have this buddy. And then she's just not there anymore. That was a really tough time to make it through. So I was really
Mhm.
scared, but I think the fear also motivated me. Like, I was really scared that it wouldn't work, that I'd lose all my money and nobody would come and all of that stuff. But I was also so really determined. So here's the determination. Remembering every time how amazing it was that first time that I went to Fruit Festival, that kept me going. Like, every time I was like, oh my gosh, no, I have to do this. Like, even if it's like only a couple of people coming. And there were some that signed up like pre-sale, like super cheap, like pay 200 euros something like almost free. And yeah, then people just started to sign up, and in the end we were with 55 people, and I was just like,
Oh, nice.
God. Yeah, there was six of them. Yeah, because I invited, like, I had like a TV channel. I was like on the TV, like national TV, and I had like newspaper people coming, and I was like, yeah, I can't,
Oh,
like, I, and this is what they say when um, when you put it, like, you write it down. Now I couldn't go back because I made it public. Like, I'm not gonna fail in front of the whole world, or like everybody. So yeah, yeah, that's it. And um I had support from father of Kian. Like, he took basically the care of Kian that year, because I was working, and like, we were driving the truck, and I was just basically on the phone whenever we had connection, and trying to work it out with this venue that didn't work out, and then I had to find another one and didn't work out, and oh my God, and then how am I going to get the food there? And I'm like, who's going to be a chef? Like, we need a chef. And I was like, literally, like, I think it was April or end of April, and I found this girl on Instagram. Her name was Raw Flo, and like, hey Flo, yeah, I run some kids camp. I made some food. I said, oh, you want to be chef? And there was another girl that I met in UK, and her name is Miriam. I said, hey, do you want to be my chef? And there was another dude like Bobby, Robbie, somebody that was actually a chef in a restaurant in real life, that was a
mhm.
volunteer in UK. And I said, hey, you want to be my chef? And I asked the chef of the UK Fruit Fest, and I asked Marina in Serbia if you want to be my fruit. So basically, I asked like so many people, do you want to be my chef? And I had like Zoom calls with like everybody. And this girl Flo, I write her, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and I call her, and we just like talk, and we connected. And I was like, "Great, yeah, come on over." And she was okay. Um, like just like 5-6 weeks before, like super short notice. I mean, and I wrote some recipe ideas, and I sent it to them, and she read it. She was like, "Okay, we can do it. You get the food." I ordered some food, and like, yeah, but keep it simple. So we had like six sauces and five different meals at the one meal and stuff like that. We had an insane amount of recipes and meals, and it was so abundant and luxurious. It was just crazy. And there was like, we had like watermelons for three times the people. We had mango for at least double the people. I had a whole pallet, like 450 kilos of ripe mango, and that was just so insane. Like, I only had one box of banana, because we
Oh,
had, yeah, these mangoes were out of this world. And I got passion fruits, which were like 50 boxes or something,
oh
because they were
wow.
so cheap. And I don't know, like, do you want them? I was like, yeah, bring them on. So we would just make like mango tomato dressing, mango cilantro, mango mint, mango, just eating mangoes, mango passion fruit. And yeah, so I had a freezer full with bananas and strawberries and berries for ice cream. But lot of that just came back to my house, and a lot flew out as well because one freezer was broken. But I mean, it was so abundant. Like there was just an excess of very good fruit. Actually, I have not been able to top that food wise, except in 2021, I think, or 2022, when Damien came for the second time as a chef. Like his recipes were also like amazing, and I had really good fruit as well at that time. But all the other years, we just didn't have so good produce. So we really, sometimes it's just all about the produce. So the produce was just the best in 2019. That was just insanely good. So I try to match that every year, like try to get that same level of amazing fruit. And yeah, yeah, we have great chef every year, of course, but
Amazing.
everything's every year's different. And
Oh, you
yeah,
have every year you have completely different chef, or
yeah, they have different chefs.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
interesting, interesting.
yeah, yeah. It's hard because some people are not 100% fruit based raw in their personal life, and then they have different idea or they don't know what you want. So if
Yeah.
you have 80-10-10 chef like Shari, who's like basically Douglas Graham's chef, personal chef on almost all the events, you just know it's going to be 80-10-10. um but for example, Chris Kendall, he came to my event this year. Like he's a amazing chef, but he just uses a lot of vegetables and mushrooms and things like that. And Alyssa too, like from Raw Food Romance, and both their recipes are like amazing. But this is like, like a little bit more complex because some recipes have
Hmm.
like 20 ingredients. A lot of people
Hmm.
don't want onion, they don't want garlic. So when I was thinking fruit festival is really um a little bit different from all the other events, a little bit different from UK, because like one day there were stone fruits, they were all not ripe. Like I like super ripe stone fruits, I just want them ripe. I want melon every day. I don't have to, but hey, I want the option to have watermelon if it's watermelon season. So, and these are a little bit flavors that I try to bring to the festival, and everybody's got their own little taste that
Yeah.
you have your
Yeah.
preference. And my preference is to show that it is possible to live and eat 80-10-10 lifestyle, and that is the optimal for your health if you're in a unhealthy position, overweight, skinny, or if you are an athlete seeking to upgrade your performance. So yeah, I really feel that is the strong part to do that. And for me, that's not high fat vegetable based or garlic in my case. And
Hmm.
so that's why I try to keep my event like that. And sometimes we have a dressing with onion, but we for sure also have a few without, so that at this time everybody can choose. um,
Hmm.
but well, yeah, 100% raw, 100% clean. Um, everybody can do 80-10-10. So we do have to help the people because it's
Yeah.
one avocado per person.
Yeah.
Today is one avocado for you, not four. So
Yeah.
this you do have to watch. I have people like, oh, especially kids, woohoo, guacamole. Look,
Yeah, I
mommy.
saw. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw. I was a few times in Polish fruit festival, and when they organized it for the first time, there was just plenty of avocados, and many people just took like a bunch of them, ate or more, and they ate it, and and only after this the organizers started to to cut into smaller pieces and to see how many of them everybody is taking. Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah. This is a thing. Like,
yeah,
I mean, with special fruits, like if you buy, like I buy, for example, fly-in mangoes, but we just have about one per person. I have a few extra because there's might be bad ones in the box, but I have one per person. So you want to make sure that everybody gets one. And with avocado, it's basically the same, but also you don't want people to overdose on fats.
yeah,
And
yeah,
not everybody knows, they don't know, especially kids. They don't know, they just love avocado. They like guacamole, here I
yeah,
come. They put like 4 sticks in it and that's it, and then they spoon them the guacamole. And yeah,
yeah,
I've had a lot of young people, but older people, we get a lot of people at fruit festival that just got started, and they're
hmm,
there also for education. So yeah, we want to help them
of
and we want to
course,
help them succeed. And high fat is usually not the way you succeed. That's the way you get
yeah,
sluggish and you feel heavy. And um, because you ate so much fat, you're not hungry for thin leafy greens, and maybe
yeah,
you
for
miss on
fruits, yeah,
nutrients. Or yeah. So and then people say, yeah, but I'm so hungry. Well, you have to eat more mango. It's more
yeah,
fruit.
exactly, or more
Get your calories.
bananas.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So get your calories from the fruit. Like, yeah. So how many bananas you eat? Yeah, two. It doesn't work. Maybe you need
yeah,
8.
of course.
And they're like, yeah,
Yeah,
but I
this
feel
is
so
the
full. Oh, that's the point, right?
yeah. Yeah, because fruits are always, people see them as a dessert after a meal. So we get used to have small amount of them, yeah. And when we start to change our diet, it's difficult to even imagine the plate full of bananas. Yes, it's something new, and yeah, it's something completely like strange experience. Even I remember myself that I was counting 2 or 3. How many should I put into blender? 2 or 3 bananas, or maybe 4? No, 4 is too many. No, 2 or 3. And then I was hungry after 15 minutes or even half an hour. I was hungry. It wasn't enough. And yeah, so it's really nice to have this knowledge, to have the access to good education and educators. Yeah,
Yeah, that's also why you have your event. So that's why I'm coming to Portugal.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly. You're coming to Portugal, and this October we'll be gathering in a beautiful southern Portugal in Algarve, and of course I invite you. And we'll be spending lots of time outside by the ocean with Dr. Graham, with Chef Shari, with Wendy and her kids, and with me, of course. And we will explore this lifestyle. Yeah, it will be an immersion into 80-10-10 lifestyle. Lots of movement, sunshine, ocean, yeah, beach hikes, and of course educational part, and just spending time together
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
and
And
eating
thank you for
fruits.
coming to the Netherlands.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it
Really
was
looking
great.
forward
The
to it.
great experience.
My little one
Thank
wants to go
you.
to sleep.
Okay. Okay, so thank you for joining me today, Wendy, and thank you guys for joining us or see the recording, and see you next time.
Well, you too, Anya
Bye
and
bye.
everybody. Thank you for watching this video. And you have to really subscribe to Anya's channel. And if you want to know about more about Dutch Fruit Festival, you can also look that up on YouTube. That's also Dutch Fruit Festival, just like YouTube/Dutch Fruit
I will
Festival.
put
Very
links in
simple.
the description later.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
here's my baby.
we'll
She's
put
trying to
links.
climb on the and climb on. So
Okay.
yeah, wish you a great
Thank
evening
you.
and see you next time.
Yeah. Bye
Bye.
bye.